What is up? Welcome to Eco. In the last episode, I started the mining skill, and now I'm only 6.5 minutes away from the next star, and that I will take for farming. However, for farming, we first have to make a farming skill book. Let's see here, which costs us a geology research paper, which I have plenty of, but also 2 gathering research papers. So let's take those first. Q2 of those, which will need in total 40 plant fibers and 60 food, which is no problem at all because in between episodes I have been harvesting a bit, and I think I'll just take 60 of these. And put them all in here. Plant fibers, I should also have plenty. Let's see over here. Let's take 40. Put them in here, and that should do the trick. And then I can cue the farming skill book. What also happened off camera, besides the gathering, was that I finally made use of this room back here. I made it another bedroom, because bedroom was the one that gave me the most points. So I made a second one that will only give 50% of the points, but still, this is additional 5 point something points multiplied by 2 to give us the points. So we are now 10 points higher in terms of housing than I was before. Also, due to all the mining and other stuff in between episodes and off camera before end of the last episodes, I skilled logging up to level 7, gathering up to level 4, and mining up to level 4. So I think I should be able to pick a few benefits here. Let's see. Gathering, I already had picked this one, but I think mining I should be able to take one. So either reduce calorie cost by 20% or increase damage of tools by 1. And I think I will go for the damage, because that will mean that, for example, coal, limestone, and so on, I will be able to hack with 1 swing of the pickaxe instead of 2 swings, and that will basically, for those, save half of the calories. And for granite, which takes usually 3 swings, it will only take 2 swings now, so it will still save 33%, which is more than a 20%. Only for gneiss or gneiss, or however you want to call it, how it's pronounced, that would be a little better, I think, to have the 20% bonus, but we are not there yet. So let's see when we get the book. I also gathered some more kamas, so the only thing that is missing now to make more campfire salads would be taro roots, which is something that I will probably do a bit later, either off camera or during the episode. What I also did was, in the map, I set myself some markers. So I want to plant tomatoes down here, which is basically there with the dark spot where I filled in a bit of a hole in the ground. Then after that we get flax, and at the end of this layer we get cremini mushrooms, and then we have down there on the lower level sunflowers, basically right below the ramp. Back there towards the edge beets, I will plant beans down here, and corn I already started to plant there a few episodes ago, but I will extend that field. But our book is done. So where is it? In here, right? Here we go. So let's take this, open it, and take the one farming skills brawler. I'll dump it in one of these chests. This is also something that I want to do later, is rearrange all this. So I want to get rid of the campsite of the tent. I want to have a dedicated building for the tool bench, for the workbench, and the research table. I probably put them down here. So I dug out the crushed sandstone that was over here, and I think I'll just fill this in with adobe or foundation, at least for the next houses, and then go up here. So I have a row of houses on this side, and then probably a bit over to the other side, maybe a bit more to the right than the one that I have right now. Second row over here. But let's take our star and let's go for farming. So, what recipes did we get? So we can now make fertilizers, we can now make the milling skill book, which both won't be the next star that I take, I guess. But most importantly, we can make beet seeds, we can make all the seeds basically. Let's see, the scarecrow, I've never used this one. What does it do? I have no idea, but it takes fabrics, which I don't have yet, which I can't make yet, so... Right now, it's not actually interesting for us, but we want to make a farmer's table. So queue one of these, and before that I have to queue some ion locks. Let's make 20 crafts. Put this first, and then see that we get some dirt. I think I would go back there where I started to do some earthworks and get some dirt over there. So what I want to do here is basically take all this and lower it by one tile, so I can basically get to the lower level, to the general level that we have here directly after this ramp. But this will be ongoing work for a bit of time. Right now I just use this to get some earth, some dirt. How much dirt will this need? 18. So this is 13. 16, 17, and 18. Correct? Yes. Let me quickly turn off those markers. And then let's wait for the farmer's table. Get a few bites to eat. And here we go. So take this down and put it in here. And I guess I'll have to get some crops to make seeds from. This goes in here, I guess. And I will also take these seeds that I already have to use them. So let me quickly see. The first stuff that I wanted to make were the tomatoes, and then flax and cremini, which I have not collected yet. But then let's take the tomatoes, flax I have down there. I should get a chest. Probably two. So this one will be crops. And this one will be seed. And you will have the crops as input. And definitely don't put anything in there, nor in here. Also not in there. It's a second dresser. So let's move these seeds up. Collapse them all. Seeds go first. And the fiber sketching station as an input will be last. So we can have these three. Put the seeds that we have in here. And these crops in there. And then I'd like to make tomato seeds. 50, please. And next thing would be flax seeds. Do we want to make 100? I guess so. And if just to skill farming. Do a few things. And then I guess I'll fetch some more stuff. What else do I want to make? Cremini mushrooms I still have to find and to gather. Sunflowers I don't think I have, I'm not sure. Beans I should have, and wheat I definitely have to gather. But beans and beets I should be able to make seeds from. So there's 100 beets. And 37 beans, which is not that much. Alright, we'll see. Beets and beans. And I would like you to make beet seed. 100 sounds good. And bean sprout. No, actually I don't need bean sprouts. Since beans are their own seed, right? So I can just use them and plant them. But I want to make cotton seeds. And let's make, I would say 100 of those too. Yes. Alright, that will take some time to craft everything in here. Let's take those beans and put them to use. I think this will be my first plot. Right. And the next thing I want to do is get myself a soil sampler at the tool bench. Which I can't do, which has fertilizers instead of farming, so I can't do this. Okay, no problem. Let me put this in here, and while these are crafting, I will have a stroll and gather some taro roots so I can make more of the salads. And also have a look at the site over there. So I probably should take papaya and pineapple and make some seeds from those. $17 pineapple seed. And papaya, I think if I make 25 for now, that should suffice. Which I can't do right now, I have to wait until these are done. But yeah, I will go off camera and gather some taro root and get some wheat as well. See you in a bit. And here I am again. I did 2 runs, one through the jungle, where I collected, I think, about 300 taro roots. So we are well into making more root campfire salads. I also queued the 100 taro seed projects. And now I'm back with almost 200 creamy mushrooms, almost 100 wheat, and a bit over 50 sunflowers. So let me put those in here. I guess from the mushrooms 100 should suffice. Let's see. Crimini spores will take 1, so 100 will make 100 spores, so that's perfectly okay. And how about wheat? So let's make 99 of those as well. And the seeds I will just put in here. And wait until I have a full bag of seeds that I can use. Which is the case for the tomato seeds, because that's all I got from those. Let me push the mushrooms in there and then start and plant some tomatoes. So if I look into the map, turn off the markers and say yield potential of tomatoes, then basically this area over here is the best to use for the tomatoes. I could use this side, but it's a bit too irregular, so I just go onto this side of the road to be. And let's see. I might as well start here. And of course my hoe breaks. Let's repair, of course, let's take this one, because that one also was broken. Repair this one, and also repair my shovel, because I will be using it in a second. So can I see my cart? It's up there. Because in addition to planting all these tomatoes, I would like to dig a bit into this hill over here and get rid of this stuff. Collect some dirt. This would be number 5. Is that dirt? No, that's clay. So I have to pick that one up and replace it with this dirt. So I guess the dirt that is right out of the mountain is a bit too packed to be hauled. So I had to pick it up and put it down again. Same over here. Alright, that should be enough for 50 tomatoes. And then I have 10 remaining seeds, so I will just put this down here. Right. And that's basically my work for now. I will make seeds, I will plant them where I planned to put them. And in the end we will have a bunch of fields for most crops. I will do that off camera. And I'll see you again in a second. Well, a second for you, but multiple hours for me. I did, I think. So here you see I extended the tomato plants a bit. I planted a lot of flags in here, and you see the cremini mushrooms on the left. And when we go over here, you see on the very right, over here, there are some beets. I planted a couple more beans. Instead of down here, I planted the sunflowers back there. And also extended the cornfield over here. And down here, you see the wheat field. Over here, next to the rice field that I made a few episodes ago in the gathering episode, you see I added a couple more fields. Here to the left, you see a field of pumpkins. Back behind the rice, there is a field with cotton. Here to the left, we have huckleberries. And back there, there is another cotton field and a larger camas field, a second one, to the one that I did first near the forest on the other side. This is the other camas field. I extended it just a bit. And then over here you see one field with ferns and two smaller fields with bolete mushrooms. And I also added a field of agave for the greens for the salads. And here we are in the jungle area that I had cleared before. I cleared some more trees out of here. This is a larger field of taro roots. And here are a few papaya plants. And back here we have a few pineapple plants. Having a look at this on the map, you can see I put markers everywhere. So we have 100 tomato fields, 100 tomato plants, 300 flax plants, 120 mushrooms, 220 wheat, 150 beans, 120 beets, a bit over 100 sunflowers, corn. The rice is what we had before. In total, we have close to 200 cotton plants, a bit over 200 camas plants, so 120 here, I think 130 something down there, 100 huckleberry plants, 100 pumpkins, almost 100 taro plants, 30 and 40 papaya and pineapple, a bit over 100 agave leaves, a bit over 100 mushrooms, and a bit over 100 fiddleheads. I think those are basically all the plants that I want to have farms of. What I did not bother with are the fireweeds. I had a few episodes ago planted, I think, like 10 or 12 plants back here. But I don't think they're that important. And over here I have like half a dozen or maybe 10 of the prickly pear plants, but I don't think I need those either, because those prickly pears go mostly into generic fruit recipes, and I have enough other fruit that I can use for those. There are a few things that I have not done yet with farming. Namely, there are a few recipes in the farmer's table that we can use for other stuff. And there is the garden pond, which I can make because in total, with all the seeds I made, I have farming leveled up to level 7 now. For the level 3 benefit, I took the focused workflow to make seeds faster, and for the level 6 benefit I made the lavish workspace, which uses a little less resources but needs a slightly better room, but we had that anyway, so this is no problem. So I could do the garden pond, which is an auto decoration thing, which only needs crushed rock that I can gather easily, and some wooden boards. We can make a salt basket, which is another thing for the kitchen. The scarecrow, I don't think... well, it's an auto decoration, so we should make one of those as well. The tallow candle is a lighting thing for the inside, but the matter is that I don't have tallow right now. I guess the next star I will take, the next profession I will take, is hunting, and with that I should get to some tallow as well. But cotton thread, I think, might be a tailoring recipe, so it will take a while until I get that. Then we have all the fertilizer stuff, which I haven't taken yet. But yeah, we should definitely make one scarecrow. Probably two. I think we will make two of all of them. 2 scarecrows. Let's make 2 salt baskets for the kitchen. And 2 garden pots. I quickly collect those resources, and then we will see where we put all these things. And here I am again. I realized that the scarecrows need some fabric, which is something that I can't make, so cotton fabric is, I think, one of the first ones, and making this one at the loom requires tailoring as well, so this is still some time out, and I will just cancel the craft. That was probably not cancelled. Here we go. But we have these 2 ponds, which give us an actual outdoor room, which has 4 points. And the kitchen increased from 3.6 point to 7.6 points. So I think it's good enough that I should also add a second kitchen. I probably should also extend these rooms, because if I look in here, it gets really cramped, similar to the bedrooms. So this will be something for either off camera or the next episode to make these rooms a little longer and add a second floor on top where we get a second kitchen at least, and maybe a third bedroom or something like that. Also, these borders of the ponds don't look that good, so this will also be something to fix. And last but not least, I still have not started with the new house that I wanted to make for the workbench, the research table, the tool bench, and stuff like that, and to get rid of the tent, of the campsite tent. So my thoughts in general are that I would like to have a rectangle more or less around the house. So down here, a row of maybe 2 or 3 houses over here, extend this one, maybe set it back a bit, and have a row over here. And then you see here is the edge of this plateau basically, and then have some houses go over this edge and maybe hang a bit over the wheat field. That should be it for this episode so far. So farming is basically done. Well, more or less done. There will be all these fields will have to be tended, of course, but I have done everything that I wanted to do with farming for now. I will have to wait until the crops are grown enough to harvest them, and yeah, we will need something to pass the last 2 hours and a bit to the next star, but I think extending the house and building the new house should be sufficient work for that time. But that will be in the next episode, so thank you so much for being here, and see you next time. Take care, and bye-bye.